Mr. Mayor, last year you said you acquainted us with the problems that the police have with regard to policing these kinds of demonstrations, and it's not always very easy just to go in and snatch a person who may be displaying an illegal banner. You did, however, at the time say that the police tend to use video and subsequently will prosecute or take further action as required. Could you write to me and let me know what action was taken as a result of last year's Al-Quds March, which you undertook at the time? Could you undertake to do that?
Happy to do so, Chair.
Thank you. With regard to the questions that have already been raised with you, do you understand how difficult it is for the police to make that subtle distinction between what is the political wing and what is the military wing of an organisation that fundamentally, in its core, is a violent organisation?
Well, particularly, I mean, just to give you an example, that some of the flag had stapled on them the word political, and so you can appreciate the loopholes that are obviously there, but of course I do.
Do you think that your opinion would assist in the Home Secretary putting into place perhaps a redefinition of what is a banned organisation in order that the police can do their job, do a better job? And I'm sure that it's in your interest. You want the police to be able to do a better job and have laws and definitions which assist them in doing their job.
Well, of course, Chair, if the Assembly Member wants to send me all the letters he's written, the evidence he has to the Home Secretary, I'll also consider that as well.
You will consider that, but you will write to the Home Secretary to say that this needs clarification?
I'll read all the letters you've written to the Home Secretary and consider whether that gives me the grounds to write to the Home Secretary.
I'm sorry, I'm asking about you, Mr. Mayor. What action will you take with regard to making the job of policing these demonstrations easier for our police officers?
The biggest help I can give to the police in doing their job is to get sufficient resources they need from the government. And that's what I've been doing first and foremost. The more resources they have, the better they can do their job in policing London. And that includes demonstrations, obviously, in relation to policing protests, having people to speak the language, people to take video evidence, people to seek legal advice from the CPS. So I'm sure you'll join me in doing my best to give the police the resources they need to keep us safe.
There was a reply about 2 questions ago, which would have been fine if you just said, yes, I'll do that. But you seem to be avoiding saying, yes, I'll do that. So let's try and readdress it. Will you write to the Home Secretary and say that we need to clarify what is a banned and not banned organisation in order to assist policing such demonstrations in the future? Will you do that?
I'm really happy to read all the correspondence you've sent to the Home Secretary.
Will you
and then
do
decide
that,
what to do.
Mr. Mayor? Will you do that? Don't ask me what I'm doing. I'm asking what you're doing. Will you do that?
I'm really happy to read all the letters you've sent to the Home Secretary and consider whether there's evidence to make the submissions you want me to make.
Will you, Mr. Mayor, look after the interests of the Jewish population of London and write to the Home Secretary to ask for the clarification of the rules on what is a banned organisation?
I've been in close contact with the Met Police Commissioner, and one of the best ways to protect vulnerable Jewish Londoners is to get more resources for the police service. That's what I intend to do. And if you want to join me in that, it makes my life a lot easier.
I will join you when you start doing your job, Mr. Mayor. Thank you very much for those answers. I'm sure Londoners will be fascinated with your lack of willingness to address this problem.
Well, can I congratulate you on that pre-written rant from you. It's appreciated.
Okay,
if you want to check, I'll show you. You show me your briefing. I'll show you mine. All right?
Okay.
We'll have a deal on that.
Okay.
Calm down. Just calm down.
Mayor, that's my job. Okay. We'll move on. Thank you,
Yes.
Assembly Member.
That's a useless answer that I've ever seen in this assembly.
So did you say something?
We will move on. No, we're moving on. We are moving on.
Yeah.